Hi group, it's Mrs. Schaus. So we've been working on installment loans and we're finally ready to take a look at a different type of credit, revolving credit. So revolving credit are those charge accounts from stores or credit cards that we might get where we once again make a purchase, pay a portion of that payment down, make additional purchases, continue to pay on our loan balance. Sort of we keep borrowing and paying down and borrowing and paying down, and that's why it's called revolving. It's kind of like a revolving door. It keeps going and going, and basically the folks that are lending us money would like us to continually keep borrowing and paying because that's how they make money. So we're going to start to look at some calculations geared around these charge accounts. The most basic type of calculation is just paying attention to what our new balance will be based on these other pieces. If we take our previous balance from last month, add in the finance charge, that's the same thing as saying adding in the interest for that current period of time. Add in any new purchases that we make, but subtract off payments that we make and credits. Now, what are credits here? Credits are, for example, when we purchase something and then it would normally add to our account balance, but we return it. And so by returning it, then again, they take away from the balance of what we would owe. So that's an example of a credit. Using the account information and the formula that's up above, we want to be able to tell these individuals' new balance amounts. So let's take a look here at example 1. Alice Newman received her credit card account statement. It showed a previous balance of $87.29, a finance charge of $1.31. She made some new purchases here, 3 of them in fact, and a payment of $50. What is her new account balance? So again, to find that new balance, we just have to ask ourselves, beginning with the previous balance of $87.29, what adds into our balance and what takes away from. So a finance charge is going to be something that adds to our account balance. New purchases will also add into our balance, but the payment will take away from what we actually owe. So we've got the string of arithmetic that we need to take care of. $87.29, I'm going to add in again the $1.31, add in each of these purchases. Let me do that real quickly. And then subtract away the $50 payment. That leaves me with a new balance of $249.85. We're going to take a look at a couple more that are similar. Pete has a charge account. His previous balance, we'll start with that, is $825, even. We're going to add in his finance charge of $10.75. He had no new purchases. That's good, so he's not adding in to his balance in that way. He makes a big payment of $450. Let's do that string of arithmetic to get his new balance of $385.75. And one more of this same type. Franklin has his charge account. On his statement, it indicates that his previous balance, see new balance down here, his previous balance was $86.79. His statement showed a finance charge of $1.30, new purchases of $46.80, $22.16, and $35.95. A credit, remember that takes away from our balance. I'm going to come down here since I'm running out of room. Credit takes away from, so $46.80 will be subtracted, as well as the payment of $25. Let me do that string of arithmetic. $86.79 plus the $1.30 plus $46.80 plus $22.16 plus $35.95, but I'm taking away the $46.80 and taking away the $25. New balance is $121.20. Okay, so those are relatively easy computations to make. The next piece that I want to look at with you, just a portion of it actually, is dealing with the methods that companies use to calculate finance charges. Okay, so companies calculate finance charges using one of a few different methods. There are other methods beyond these. We are just going to consider these three, which are pretty common. This one right here is the easiest of the computations to make, so we're going to start with that one today. These other pieces are a little more involved, so we'll wait until our next lesson to take a look at those. All right, for the unpaid balance method, the finance charge is determined by multiplying the unpaid balance. That means your previous balance, but you take away any payments and credits, and you multiply that with the periodic rate. Don't forget that a periodic rate is different than the annual percentage rate. The APR, or annual percentage rate, is a yearly rate. A periodic rate is a monthly rate. So you have to pay attention to which one you're given. If you're given the APR, you would need to divide by 12 first in order to have the periodic rate. Okay, so in this example, the previous balance on our charge card is $390. We made a payment and had credits that totaled $225. And we wanted, it says that we also made a purchase totaling $60.98, gives us the periodic rate, and asks us what is the unpaid balance, what is the finance charge, and then what's finally your new balance. So let's start with unpaid balance. Remember from the formula that we have written up above, or really the description, the unpaid balance is our previous balance from last month, so $390 in this case, and from that taking away any payments or credits. Sorry about the lights there, folks. So let's take away payments and credits totaled $225. $390 minus $225, $165. Oops, $165 in unpaid balance. Now, in order to use that unpaid balance method to find the finance charge, remember we take that unpaid balance, $165, and we multiply by the periodic rate. That is directly given to us as 1.5%. We're going to change that to its decimal equivalent by dropping the percent symbol and moving 2 places to the left. So it is 0.015, which gives us, rounding to the nearest whole cent here, $2.48. So the unpaid balance was only found because we needed it to calculate the finance charge. Now, when thinking about finding the new balance, I could use the formula that we had previously, where I start with what my balance was, and at some point I need to subtract away the payments and credits, but we had actually already done this part. That was the same thing as $165. So maybe you just wanted to start by writing down that $165. And then what gets added into it? Well, our finance charge for one, and the other thing that gets added in are any new purchases that we made. Purchases totaled $60.98. So it is that string of arithmetic, 165 plus $2.48 plus $60.98, that'll give us our new balance of $228.46. All right, let's practice that one more time. In our second example, Herbert has a charge account. He gets a statement, and his unpaid balance is, there should be a dollar sign here, $4,137.07. He also charged a new purchase for $455.94. His finance charge is computed using the unpaid balance method, and his APR is 24%. What is his finance charge? What is his new balance? All right, well, in this particular case, notice that they're not just giving us his previous balance and then any payments or credits that he makes. They've already done that calculation for us of taking those away, and they're actually starting us out with an unpaid balance. From there, in order to find the finance charge, we're going to multiply by the periodic rate. The periodic rate, remember, means that you take the APR, expressed as a decimal, and you divide by 12. If you do 0.24 divided by 12, you get 0.02. So maybe you would want to write down that the finance charge is equal to 4,137.07 times 0.02. And that gives me $82.74. The new balance? Well, like I said before, you could start a new balance by looking at the previous balance minus any payments or credits, but they've already done that part for us, so 4,137.07. And to that, we're going to add in the finance charge, and we're going to add in any new purchases. His new purchase was $455.94. These numbers in this example are certainly looking a little larger than they were in the first couple of examples. That string of arithmetic leaves him with a new balance of $4,675.75. Notice, rather than paying a couple of bucks as a finance charge, he's paying, quite a little bit. And this is just for the month, for a finance charge. One of the interesting pieces is the average number of credit cards and average credit card debt that Americans have. Maybe you could go online and just Google that. Average number of credit cards and average credit card debt that Americans have. It's kind of interesting to see. And we certainly could talk about that a little bit in class. All right, you folks know that you'll be doing some exercises to practice these skills. And like I said, as we move forward, we'll be taking a look at those more complicated methods involving our average daily balance. Make it a great day, folks, and I'll talk to you soon.